Hey guys, this is Scarecrow Kaiser. I'm going to do a deck profile here for you now. On our Eradicators, this one will be my Break Ride Descendant. This is obviously post set for 14, so I'm gonna get started. Starting Vanguard Linchu. I really love this card. Like, I could talk for a long time about how good Linchu is. Yeah. For our triggers, we got our 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Pretty standard. I'm pretty sure most decks in this game use this trigger lineup. But most decks in this game use this trigger lineup for a reason. You have your high crits for lots of aggressive plays, and your draws and heals to have a balance between resources and damage. For our grade 1s, we got 4 Demolition Dragon, our 10k grade 1, 4 of our Iron Blood. This card is really strong in this deck. Every time something gets retired, he gets +3. He builds up to very high numbers pretty quickly. Very good card in this deck. Then we have our 4 Perfects. And then last we have 2 of this new guy, Duel. His skill is when you ride a grade 3, you can move him to the soul and kill a card in your opponent's front row. I like him. He puts more... He combos out with stuff in the deck like Iron Blood, as well as he just lets you just clear your opponent's field all the more, and makes your opponent think twice about how they're going to put those cards down. For our grade 2s, we got 4 Zuitan. I really love this card. I love damage and flippers in almost any deck that's counterblast heavy. Obviously, Eradicators counterblast a lot, so therefore he's good. It's always fantastic to, on turn 2, ride him, have Linchu behind him, swing for 14. If they don't block it, you're going to use Linchu, pop their card, and then have Zuitan flip it back up. Then we got this new guy. He's very good. His skill is when you ride a grade 3, counterblast 1 and zap a card in the front row. So, is it in the front row? I think it's just anywhere your opponent chooses, but yeah, this card is really good. It just, when you throw it down there, it's kind of like, it doesn't exert pressure by attacking, but the fact that it's there, it's so threatening to your opponent, because if you ride, you're just going to be able to +1 off of it. So your opponent either has to deal with this, or they're just going to be allowing you to get a +1 on your turn, as well as triggering all your effects. This is a very good card, one of the best cards to come out of it for this clan. And then our last grade 2, we have 4 Spark Rain Dragon, or 3, I mean. He's our basic 12k attacker. I could have chosen to run some alternatives like a 10k beater, or the Thunderboom Dragon, or the Twin Gunner, who powers up every time something retires. I went with him though because of his consistency of being a 12, especially early game. If your opponent ever puts like a 7k grade 1 in the front, like they dropped their 10k beater, you can drop this card, swing for 12 at their 7, they have to drop 10 to protect it. He can swing at Vanguards even if he has no booster. He's just a very good card, and he's consistent. Other things can combo off better, but this card's just consistent. So, and for our grade 3s, we have 4 of this new Break Ride. When you Break Ride on top of him, counterblast 1, your opponent has to retire 2 of their own cards. Now that's you're taking a minus because you're riding, and then your opponent's losing 2, so you're getting a +1, as well as triggering like off effects like Iron Blood, making Iron Blood a 13k booster right there. And then our other grade 3 is Dragonic Descendant. For this build, your deck doesn't counter. The deck's counterblast heavy, but no one particularly counterblasts a lot all at once. You're doing like counterblast 1s and stuff. So you're just basically creating card advantage throughout the pace of the game, and then break riding him and having him do those 2 massive attacks to try and go for game. This is my preferable build to play with Eradicators. I think it's the best way to run them, doing these 2 comboed together. But yeah. Yeah, so that's it for this deck profile. I'll have more up for you later. I'm going to be doing a Gauntlet Buster, and a Tempest Bolt, and yeah, so thank you for watching.